Got on your view. She's gonna beat me. God. Oh, really? I didn't know real. Christmas. Come on, come here. Come and say hi. Come here. Yeah, Kaz is getting him on film, but if you hear some random fucking noises, it's coming from Mr. Chow and not me. He likes to show me up on the phone all the time. But hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube. I am gonna use the phrase "it's been a hot minute" because this time it actually has. It's been 4 weeks since I've been in front of the camera, but for you guys, I think I've only had a week's break because we've been clever, we've been strategic, we've been filming back to back. But I did have 4 weeks away from filming. My body did shut down on me, I'm not gonna lie. I think in my last video, I posted saying that I was 13 kilo down. My body was feeling extremely fragile, including, well, not including, but mainly my back. And since then, it's been a little bit of a yo-yo roller coaster of things that have just been going on, which we now finally have come to the bottom of, but it was a long process. First things first, I'm all good, I'm fine. Rebound is going really, really well. Currently sitting at around 72 kilo as of this morning, but I did have my hair extensions put back in, so now I'm thinking maybe I'm actually a little bit lighter. My hair extensions were actually like 500 grams, so maybe I'm a little bit lighter, but 72 kilo on the dot this morning. Everything is going great. Food is super high, eating around 2,700, 2,800 calories, which is crazy for me. I don't know why I would have ever thought it would have been different, but I somehow thought I was going to be one of these anomalies that could never eat more than like 1,800 calories and not gain weight. But apparently when you do a proper rebound, it is possible. So yeah, 72 kilo, 2,800 calories, really, really happy. We're on some insulin now. We're off all the fat burners. We're on some growth. The growth is actually behaving because before I wasn't using growth because of my carpal tunnel, but we're on a very, very, very small amount and it's actually doing really good. Off all the PEDs, so natural in that sense. And I've been back in the gym for about 2 weeks. When it comes to needing a rest and all that kind of jazz, I obviously had dieted really, really hard post-comp because I went to New York, enjoyed myself, wanted to get my metabolism back into a really good place. Got down to 67 point something kilo, which is absurd. And then my body just shut down on me. You saw it in my last video. I was unable to do pretty much anything. And that was then the start of running into quite a few back issues. So I'm really going to keep this short and sweet as I possibly can. There are a lot more details that I'm not going to bore you with, but essentially I got a pain in my upper back, I got a pain in my lower back, thought they were different issues, started suffering from vertigo, which I actually had this time last year, which was crazy. At the time, I thought it was a crazy coincidence, but it was actually both due to the fact I was weight loading and squatting again. So I was suffering like severe vertigo throughout the day, slight hearing loss, like my ears were filling whilst I was training, thought it was my sinuses, thought I had a virus, all this jazz was going on. And then I was also waking up with like numb arms, which is one of those things where you kind of take it a little bit more seriously. Anyway, long story short, we actually have come to the conclusion now that I have 2 points on my right hand side where I have a nerve trap. So I have a nerve trap between my C1 and C3, which is like where my traps are. And I also have a nerve being compressed where my piriformis is. So it's called double crunch syndrome, which is a lovely name for it. Basically just means my back's a little bit broken. I need to take a lot more care with it. I need to be careful with what I'm actually doing when it comes to training and what I'm training and how I'm training. And it is reversible, but it also unfortunately does flare up. Like there's not something you can do for it like an operation, which I wouldn't want anyway. So training style has been adapted accordingly. In all fairness, I'm absolutely loving my new training style. It's really, really good. I'm still doing some bar movements like split squats, but we're not going especially heavy. It is a little bit heartbreaking that squats aren't on the cards for me this year, or potentially for the foreseeable future, but they're just not worth it, because if I was to do squats, I would have to take a lot more care. I could do squats, but it would then have an impact on my other stuff. So I couldn't do, for example, hip thrusts because it would set those off. I couldn't do split squats because it would set those off. So if I just eliminate the squats entirely, then it makes everything else a lot easier. So it is a little bit sad that I can't do them, but it's not the end of the world. We can work around it. And like I said, I've been really loving my workout and my structure. So we're on the 6th of August, and I'm really hoping that we're going to get this out next week. So we're not 4 weeks behind anymore, guys, because before I was confusing you guys. I was like, oh, this week, and we'd be like 4 weeks behind. So this should be coming out next week, hopefully. So we're only now a week behind for now. But yeah, we're gonna head to the gym shortly. We're gonna train legs, a nice big gnarly quad session. I'm very, very excited, and it's going to be very fucking hot because it's like 50 degrees here, and Hattie trained at 7 p.m. last night and came back looking like a puddle. So she's gonna have a great time, absolutely great time training in the heat of the day at 11. So let's go see how much sweat we can capture on camera. Here is some pre-workout that I blended earlier. It's not fucking works. Come on. Oh, but why though? Tell me why. I left it in... I thought it'd all clump back together. It hasn't. Yeah, I left it in 50-degree heat and it all clumped together. You know, it's the one that makes me go like that with all my drinks. But we're not quite on death's door today, so we're not scooping it with Monster energy drink. We're just going with plain water. But we're gonna go for a heap scoop. Throw it all over my face.
You're gonna kill me flying, yo.
Do you know what just happened as well? These headphones are really heavy, so I was trying not to tilt my head back, so I'm pretty sure the angle you got was like this. Really attractive. It's so sour, my God. Okay. Oh, what a lovely time to train. It's really quiet. Today's leg session is actually pretty different. We're gonna start off with leg extension because I want to grow some absolutely fucking monstrous rectus femoris. It doesn't sound right saying femoris, but I'm pretty sure it's not femori or femorises. So it's just rectus femoris, but there's two of them. So if anyone can tell me how to say that correctly, that would be great. We're going to call them recti femoris because that sounds fun. We're going to go fucking heavy on these. Not stupidly heavy to the point where we're going to hurt our knees, but I'm not doing this as like a finisher exercise. This is a main exercise. We're starting pretty light, warming them up, and then we're gonna go pretty fucking heavy, near enough full stack. Like a toddler's been let loose on my Spotify. What's going on? I just had Wrecking Ball from Miley Cyrus come on. I was like, not today. I'm gonna set a feeler for 81. The thing is with leg extension is I probably could full stack this, but I'm probably going to fuck my knees if I do that. So I think we'll go for like 95 today, which is nearly full stack. I want to be getting like comfortably 8 to 10 reps of a weight before moving it up. I reckon within about 2 or 3 months, as long as my knees are all good, which they have been so far, that should be a full stack and then moving on to a gym pin, which is exciting. Yeah, we'll do 95. 95 for 2 sets of 8. And then we'll work our way back down from there. My earphones are deciding to be rogue today. It's because I switched my earphones out. I took these little things off and replaced them with yellow ones, and then thought, that's not really my vibe. So I put them back on, but they're still severely offended. So I think they're just having a bit of a moment, teaching me what for. I feel like they've become part of my identity now, and they're just, you know, they're just giving me a little bit of a hard time today. It's so hot. It's gonna be melting by the end of this. Right, top set. You know what? There's actually something up with them. I wonder whether they're not responding. They're really tinny. I'm wondering whether I've got these like upside down or something. Weird. Like the buttons aren't working on them. It's really the worst thing that can happen is your headphones stop working during a set. They're playing though, which is the main thing. Just can't change song, which is maybe a good thing. Cool. That actually felt decent. So let's do top set on 99 kilo for 8 reps. Ooh. They're really not good. Like, they're really tinny. It's like they're missing, let me disconnect. You see, I'm an audiophile, so I can just pick up on this shit. My hearing's that good. It's really not. They sound like crap. Come on. This is you, this is. You're like, I've broken all my headphones, now my headphones want to join in. It feels like really tinny, like, you know, like when the sound system just doesn't sound. That sounds a bit better. Okay. That button is still not working though, that's crazy. Anyway, we'll just have to pause on this. We've just done 2 top sets. Do I want to do another top set? Yeah, I'm going to do one more top set. But what we're going to do for this top set is we're going to drop set it. So this one followed by 72, followed by 54, followed by 36, followed by a single leg. Because that should kill me off. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That was difficult. I thought that like the drop between the top set and 74 would have been a bit nicer than that. It really wasn't. Whew. There we go. Done on there. We're now on to a new machine. Came in about 2 weeks ago. It's a pivot leg press. I think it's Black Power. I think that's the brand of it. Anyway, it's really, really nice. Doesn't get my lower back. Really nice on the knees. So I nearly died on it the other day though. I'll show you what happened. So now we have a Kez here, so she can help me if I die.
I can help you.
Yeah. I wonder if that's what like a willy feels like, being wrapped in a condom. Do you know what I mean? So I can totally tell why guys don't want to use them. My knees are like my knee is getting no enjoyment from this. Like, yes, it's protected, but not the point.
I didn't want to be squeezed.
Don't want to be, it's protected, but it's not enjoyable. Put me on the new ad for contraceptive. 2. Let's see about this setup. Still too far forward. Let's go one further back. Like that. Yeah, that was it. But maybe we actually go, whee, there. Okay, let's try that. Fuck off. There you go. Nice. Nice. Right. Ah, thanks, mate. They're like, I feel so off season and so small, but the bum is coming back, so we're not too mad. I need to remember what setting we're on for next time. 5.
Oh, where the arrow is, it says 5.
7 and 5. Let me write it down. Two guys were on this the other day and I walked past and I was like, I can do more than that. I obviously didn't say that to them though. I just said it to a million people on YouTube instead. A million's a bit ambitious, but. A little bit of feedback for, what was it called? Is it Black Power?
Yeah, Black Power.
Black Power. I don't like how you have to pull the lever back. It's not that easy. Like, if you're actually working hard, that's very difficult, okay? Just saying. Should just be a little, because it's actually pretty fucking heavy to pull it back. And it doesn't feel like a natural movement because you're locked out and then you're having to round yourself forward to pull it back. So when you want me to jump on board to help you design your next one, just give me a holler and I'll help. Other than that, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful machine. But like, if you use it, you'll know what I mean. Like, it's really fucking difficult. Right, more. Okay, so we're gonna go for a feeler set. I did 6 plates aside for my top set last session. We'll go for a feeler set with 5 plates aside, should be fine. I'm hoping to get like 6 and a 5 today, maybe even 6 and a 10, but we'll see how we feel. I'm feeling good, feeling strong, so we'll give it a go. If my headphones work, come on. Now is it detecting my head? Come on, it's big enough. Okay, it's working now. More weight, please, sir. Okay, I'm gonna do like 4, and then, or 3 maybe.
Which is that?
This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. This is 240 kilo plus whatever this is, because this doesn't weigh nothing. I don't know what this would be. But in terms of like just weight, it's 240. I would say it's at least 260. Probably more, but probably more. But we'll see how like 3 feels, because I want to go up, but I don't want to go up by like a 20 or 20 and then something extra, so we'll feel it first. Go on, let's put a 10 on. I don't want to say we won't get 10, but I don't think we will get 10. 8 to 10. Rep range, 2 sets, and then we'll do a back down set. And we've got a new gym opening here in the next, I want to say like 6 to 12 weeks. The guy who owns it is an English guy. He's getting some really good equipment in, really good glute equipment, just really good equipment in general. He's a bodybuilder himself that's designing it, which is always a good start. So that'll be really exciting. Me and Kez have kind of had a little bit of a say in the glute equipment and the aesthetic. They're going to have an insane posing room, loads of good downlighting. The theme is like black with kind of like a blue and purple backlighting. It looks so good. It's going to be so sick to train at. And it will be smaller, but with it being smaller, it will also be so much more air conditioned. This place is air conditioned. They're doing the best they can, but it's just so fucking big and hot that it's, you know, you can't really air condition it well, especially when it's 50 degrees outside. So yeah, very excited. Hopefully I'm still here for, maybe not when it opens, but for when we can kind of go in and have a look around. If not, I have a feeling that they're going to be opening to the public around the same time that I'm getting back from the UK. So we'll definitely be giving you a tour of that place, trying out the equipment. I've worked with him on getting a bunch of glute builder equipment, which will be so good, because I just think like if you can get good glute equipment in that people actually use, then you're going to get a lot of your clientele, or female clientele, straight away just from having good glute equipment. So yeah, it'd be good. And the plus side is all pros train free. So I think that's a really, really, really good tactic. I might die, but we'll be fine.
Didn't need saving.
Oh, my back. So the only thing with this is just me moaning now, because obviously I have a trapped nerve at the top, trapped nerve at the bottom, but the fact that this handle is on this side, the fact that I've got to lever it out and then grab onto it. My back doesn't like it. Not through the movement, but just doing the whole lever thing. It's definitely bearable, but I need to get it fixed. I want to wait to go back to the UK though and go to one of my normal chiropractors in the UK. I'm sure there are some really good ones out here, but don't trust them as much. Ugh, fucking hell. That was hard. Do it again in a sec. Two sets of 10. I'm actually impressed with that. Let's count fake weights. Okay. Fuck. I'm sweating from crevices I didn't know I could sweat. Right. We've got a back down set. Maybe 4 plates aside. Now, surprisingly, this actually doesn't get that easy when you take off like 2.5 plates. I thought it does, but the movement is still really difficult. So we'll still go for like 10 to 12 reps, I think. But we've got split squats after this. We've got, what we got after split squats? Either single leg, no, we're gonna do sissy squats after split squats, which will be good fun. And then adductor and calves. Whew, we're not even fucking a quarter of the way through, guys. But I'm excited to show you my split squat setup. It's fucking awesome. Ugh. That's that. We're done on that. Oh. Successful leg press. We're now over in the middle room. No, it's this one. Sorry, check. Sorry. Okay. She's gonna beat me. I'm gone. Okay. So, we're doing split squats. I have said it before in a different video. If you don't have a moving Smith machine, you can still do this setup, but obviously it will just be a little bit different. When we train at another gym, I will show you basically the exact same setup if you have a normal Smith machine. Now, for some reason, this gym seems to have this Smith machine, but not a normal one, or not a normal good one. This is actually very nice, but you can do the exact same thing on a normal Smith machine, just not using this bar. This is gonna act as the back pad where you're gonna be putting your ankle. You wanna make this extremely quad dominant, okay? So many people do this exercise, and I'm not one for like saying people are doing it wrong, because people do them for lots of different reasons. A lot of people do this exercise to target the glutes and the hamstrings more so than the quads. But if you want it to target the quads, you have to get that stretch. So by using a box this tall, not like the little ones, like a big box, which again, you are going to be restricted to what you have available to you. You're going to get such a fucking stretch in that quad, which is exactly what we want. We also don't want to be leaning too far forward, because as soon as you start leaning too far forward, you're no longer getting as much as your quad. You're always going to get some hamstring. You're always going to get some glutes. If this is the first time trying this, your glutes and hamstrings are probably going to fucking kill afterwards. It is what it is. We can obviously work our hardest to isolate the quad, but you're never going to fully isolate it. The other thing that I'm doing, which I actually started doing in my last session, is getting two of my, I'll show you instead of talking through it. Two of these. Originally, the only reason why I did this was because I wanted to go heavy and I had no one to spot me. If you've got no one to spot you on a split squat, especially the way I'm doing it, and you fail, God forbid what you would actually probably do. You'd probably tear your quad or your hamstring or something. What I originally started doing was just hooking these over and setting it to a point where I basically bottomed out. So if I failed, these would catch me. And then I actually realized that dead stopping the bar at the bottom, resetting and pushing up, like felt incredible. So that's what I did last session, and it's what we're gonna do again this session. Again, it's not necessary. It's just something that I feel, and it feels really nice. And when you don't have someone to spot you, these probably are necessary, especially if you're trying to go to failure. A lot of well-known athletes in general, but especially some well-known wellness athletes also swear by split squats, whether it's for quad growth or hamstring growth. Let's just test that out and see. I feel like it might need to be a bit lower, but I'll show you the stance and what we're getting at. So this needs to come back a bit. These need to go a bit lower because we're not at full extension. There we go. I'll just do the other leg actually. So the only thing about this exercise is like you can't really rush the weight like the other ones because it's also a really big stretching exercise. So you'd be pretty stupid to just whack on like 220s. Like maybe eventually, like once you're really, really used to it and your quads are really stretched out. But when I first started doing these, I kid you not, I mean, the video is on YouTube. I had 2.5s either side. That was it. And I was fucked. Like when I tell you I could not walk, I could not walk. And it was because like my quads were just so not used to being stretched. Like if you actually have a look at this quad when I'm doing the movement, it's so stretched that a lot of people, I say a lot of people, but like bodybuilders in general who aren't stretching, very much like me, will just find the movement by itself very, very difficult. No, I'll put a 5 pounds. After me telling you not to do what I was just about to fucking do. Do as I say, not as I do. There you go. That's the only thing I need to figure out how to sort out. It's very annoying. It like comes through the gap and then doesn't support your ankle, but it's not the end of the world. Oh, I'm sweating. Feeling strong today. It was those, I finished off those Cadbury chocolate buttons that were on the table. They are 0.5 kilos with micro loading. Last session, I did 80 kilo, well, 2, 4, 50, 60, but the bar is not really included because it's not really 20 because we're not on a free bar. Argue it if you want to. But we basically did 30 kilo aside. We got it for 5 reps. So we're going to do that again, but I'm going to put a 0.5 either side, which is basically going to be like an extra kilo, which sounds stupid, but really isn't. I can't tell you why. I don't have the science for that. I just know that like my brain won't register that it's 0.5 kilo. And then if I get an extra rep, you know, a kilo more, and then the next time I do it, I get an extra rep and a kilo more, then before you know it, I'm gonna be like a whole kilo up. Someone wants to sponsor me. I just know what I'm talking about all the time. Now I put on the 0.5s. Watch me fail because I put on a 0.5. Last set, we did, I'm gonna call it 80, okay guys? I know you're not gonna say it's 80 because we're on a Smith machine and not an actual bar, but let's just call it 80 for now. We did 80 and I got it for 5 reps. Today, we're gonna do 80 or 1 kilo for 6 reps. This is fucking hard. This is really hard because it's single leg and it's a new movement, and I just feel like on split squats, when you start to fail, it's like you're gonna fucking fail. So I'm gonna try and get 6. If I seriously feel like I'm not gonna get it, I'll do 5. I don't really want to have to drop the bar at the bottom because that's just gonna be an absolute faff. So we're really gonna try and go for 6 reps. And if we do get 6 reps, then my micro loading works. Still can't tell you why. Need this knot to turn around. Should be fine. What a prick. Did you see me fighting that the whole time? Got it though. Got it there with a little dance, we was doing like a little gecko dance in the middle there, like trying to fucking get that back on. That's so annoying. It only does it on that one leg as well. It must be how I push the bar. But we did it. Got to do the other leg now. That's the only issue with these, like, it takes double the time because you're only doing one leg and there's no fucking way I could go straight into doing my other leg right now. But it's fine. And it's also really good for imbalances, right? Like, that was my weaker leg, I think. So I always try and start on my weaker leg because there's no point in doing 6 reps on your strong leg and then only 5 reps on your weak leg because the imbalance is still gonna stay there. So, well, to a degree it will. So I always start off my weaker leg and then whatever I get on that leg, I do the same on the other leg. On a quad day, I think it is important to definitely have at least one exercise, which is like a single leg press or single leg of some sort, whether it's a press, a split squat, anything like that. But yeah, happy with that. Gonna do one more set. Well, gonna do my other leg, then one more set. I have been only doing these 2 exercises plus leg extension, sometimes adductor and calves. And honestly, right now, it's all you need. Like, if you're doing enough working sets on them and you feel it, what's the point in adding in a multiple of different exercises just because? You might as well just absolutely smash the ones you're feeling and, you know, get stronger on those ones. Woo. My quad. Whew. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. Kind of knew eventually, like, all those years of like powerlifting and just dragging weight about was going to come back to bite me on the ass. To be fair, I just need to get myself sorted. I'm so bad for massages, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like recovery is never been something I've done, which is stupid, especially given like what I put my body through in the past with like powerlifting. I kind of like only fixed myself when I needed to be fixed. And it was never like a preventative thing, which now, I don't want to say I'm getting older because I'll probably offend a lot of people, but you know, I'm not in my early 20s anymore, I'm in my mid 20s, and I've probably put my body through more than what most people have put their body through in their whole fucking life. So yeah, the measures now need to be put in place. Need to start looking after myself a bit more, especially if I want to be in this game for the next like 5-6 years. I want to bodybuild, you know, I want to do it the right way. So next step is to get all of this sorted out. I mean, I'm going back to the UK and I'm going to Ibiza for my birthday, and then I'm going to Lost Lands. So is there any point in kind of fixing myself before I fuck myself up good and proper? I mean, put it this way, I've lost 7 toenails at festivals. So is my back going to be a little bit worse after going like this for a whole weekend? My friend ended up in a neck brace and she went to Lost Land last year. I mean, I want to say like that's not going to be me, but we don't know. But anyway, regardless, I am going to sort myself out. We've got the MRI results back as well, so we know what's wrong and what's happening. And I just need to go to someone good and proper now that I can continuously go to. So I probably will go back to seeing someone in the UK, but when I get back here, I'll need to see someone pretty consistently anyway. But yeah, it's just a case of taking care of myself really and not being such a dick, which is hard to do because I enjoy being a dick, so. Swear to God, that fucking thing. I had a follower, subscriber, who is probably watching this, said, I really like your videos, but you swear way too much. You swear way too much. Please, can you stop swearing for me? So, I wish I could, but I just can't. I don't know whether the guy was British, and I'm not speaking on all British people, but it is very normal for British people to swear. And it's never in an aggressive way. It's kind of like part of like your vocabulary, or mine anyway. It's just the way I am. So I apologize if I'm offending anyone. Don't take it offensively. It's just part of what I do on a daily. I feel like I would just be way too posh if I didn't swear. If like we strung my sentences together without swearing, oh no. Yeah, I just wouldn't speak. I'd just be mute. You know, when your belt starts to get a little bit tight, you're like, oh no. Oh no. I did actually make it tighter last week though, so give myself a little bit of leeway. Those fucking chocolate buttons I have. We're done on this. We're gonna do some calves. I'll have you know, guys, my calves are growing. Look at them. Growing. I have actually been training them every session or every other session. So they're never gonna look good because my quads are always gonna be so much bigger, but I would like to have pretty reasonable calves on stage. I think that looks sick. So we're gonna do some calves and then just to finish, just some sissy squats, which hopefully I'll buy the cut-off machine. Hi, Libubu. Oh, really? I didn't tell you. I'm gonna buy you one for Christmas. Happy birthday. Oh. Broke a wrist, it's fine. Don't be fooled, this is a very light machine. Oh, it's so sweaty. Ugh. Oh, quads. My God, so sweaty. Got a few more steps on there, a few more steps on here, and are we done? Or are we gonna do a adductor? Oh, I don't know. Thinking about it. Oh, fucking knackered. I think we're done. That was a sweaty one. Definitely will work up to adding in an extra something, whether that's a hip press or just something else. But for the time being, whilst I'm still absolutely fried, I mean, I had that time off. I don't know whether I actually mentioned earlier that I actually had 10 days off training. So I think I actually forgot when I was speaking earlier and talking about my back. I actually had 10 days completely off training. And in that time, we started my bulk during that time, which was the best thing I could have possibly done because I was resting and fueling my body at the same time. And it was actually quite funny, like for the first 4 days, I was losing weight. My body was in that much need of the food that we went up to, I think, 2,400 calories pretty quickly. So I had 10 days off. I've been back in the gym for about 2 weeks now. The first week back in the gym, like I mentioned before, was agony. Like I literally couldn't even walk up the stairs. Like I've had DOMs before, pretty seriously, but those DOMs were horrific. So I've only realistically been back training in the gym solidly, properly, giving my all for the past 10 days. So I'd say in about a week's time, I'll be able to add an extra exercise in without fatiguing myself too much. We're not on any gear right now. We're not on any like PEDs or supplementation like that. So my recovery is a lot slower and I'm still, on the back end of coming out of a very intense prep, evidently with some back issues as well. So we don't want to push it too much, but I don't really have an off switch. So I'm still going to try and give things 100%. But that's it, guys. It feels weird because I've not actually been in front of the camera for about 4 weeks, but we're back. Me and Kaz are going to be filming quite literally every day for the next few weeks. So you're going to have so much content. We are well underway with this off season now, and we're going to have some more fun stuff as well. Like training videos are obviously the essence of what I do, but I've taken some of your recommendations on board. We're going to do a what I eat in a day. We're going to train with some cool people. We're going to do some vlogs and yeah, all of that jazz. So like, subscribe, comment, all of that. And I will see you in the next video. How do you smell this?
Oh no,
Smell it.
absolutely not.
Smell it.
No.
Go on.
What's been in it?
You're putting it right in it though, so don't smell it. Come on. Come on. Smell it. Ready?
No.
Big smell. Go on, use that nose. I don't actually think there was anything in particular in it, but there was like, there was like,
It's stuck in my nostril.
there was like the tiniest bit of water. There was like the tiniest bit of water in it, and I think when I left for like 2 months, I left it like in the thing. It's just stale water.
Oh.
I washed it like 12 times and it won't come out.
Bin it.
Yeah.
That thing needs to be burnt.
It really does.
No, bin. That's not a bin.
Oh my